Greetings, STEM family. I am Tyler Johnson, and I am seeking a second term to remain your STEM Vice President. Today, you're going to watch a video on my journey to learn a little bit more about myself and why I feel like I'm a good fit to remain in this position to serve you all. I hope you enjoyed the presentation today and vote Tyler to remain your STEM Vice President. Thank you. Hey STEM family, just to give a little insight and background on myself, for those who may not know me, again, my name is Tyler Johnson. I am a junior, class of 2022, and I major in industrial technology management and applied engineering. I am a 5-time intern. My journey has well extended across various industries, like healthcare with Kaiser Permanente following my freshman year, to large manufacturing with PPG Industries in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'll be interning at Amazon Logistics, working at back in Seattle, Washington later this summer. So I'm very excited and very grateful for my journey. Yes, I'm originally from Seattle, Washington, and I am an advocate for success. I believe that if students are either positioned to be successful or are successful, then morale is increased. You have just a better sense of self-worth when it comes to many different facets, well beyond just the professional realm, so maybe even interpersonal as well as academic. So any way that I can advocate for success and push it across the academy, that would be something that I always stick to do, and it's something I'm passionate about. Okay, moving ahead. So what you may be asking, what makes me qualified to remain in this position? So first and foremost, I am success oriented. Everything I do, I try to put my best foot forward, give it 110%. Whether it's a small task, maybe it's just connecting with a student or a pair of students, just to talk about things, or if it's something on a major scale like carrying out a project for many different things that I'm involved with on campus, maybe with my professors, as well as in the field within my different internship and professional experiences. So that's the number one trait that I feel makes me qualified. Then moving ahead, so I'm constantly working. So I'm tirelessly working. I never finish until I believe the job is right. I can find myself to be a perfectionist at times, but that is something that I have to work on. But I feel as though it can be looked at in a positive light, as I'll be relentlessly committed to any task or any projects that need to be carried out here in the STEM Academy. Next, I am a leader for all. I believe that just by leading, by setting that example of establishing a high standard and high morale, that can wear off on the entire academy. So with that, you have a trickle down effect essentially, or a domino effect rather, where if the example is set and students are holding themselves to that same standard, it could really just work benefits. Moving ahead, I'm very experienced, so I've been fortunate to be put in these positions to lead students, as well as within my professional journey as well. So I think just carrying over the lessons and the values that I've picked up along the way can really be beneficial in helping me be an effective leader for you all. I'm of a growth mentality, and I'm very highly analytical. So those two go hand in hand in the sense of if I don't feel as though whatever I'm involved with, I'm growing from it, I tend not to pick it up, or I tend to detach myself. So everything that I'm a part of, it's for a positive output, positive outcome. And the analytical skills come into play as I measure everything, large and small, as I believe everything has an impact, even the little things. So just making sure everything's accounted for, and just making sure everything is accordingly and in line. It's something that I always tend to live my entire life by analyzing everything, even in the positive way. Okay, so let's check the resume. So I'm a 5-time intern again. Following my freshman year, I worked at Kaiser Permanente as an IT enterprise quality assurance intern, working in healthcare and with information technology, working with the testing group to make sure all the technical devices were good to go, that they were tested, and from the hardware and software standpoints to make sure everything was up to function before distribution. Moving ahead, I worked at Dominion Energy. I don't have the logo listed here, but I worked at Dominion Energy in Richmond, Virginia, for the second semester of my sophomore year. And there I was an operations management intern, so I was on the co-op there working with electrical engineering. Moving ahead, that's summer, so starting in May, I will transition over to PPG Industries as a part of the PPG Primers program. So there I worked as an industrial and process engineering intern, working in large manufacturing to support PPG's efforts. And this summer, I'll be joining Amazon Logistics, working as an area manager intern in my hometown of Seattle, Washington. It's where my story began, and it's where it'll finish up with my intern journey. So I'm very excited and very humbled to be in this position, to work for just a prestigious company and to gain all this illustrious experience. I served as the 2020 to 2021 Vice President here at the STEM Academy. So it's been nothing but a joy despite everything that's going on within the world. All things considered, it's still been a joy to be on this current cabinet, to serve the students, to just give back and make an impact just through service. So it's just been a complete joy to be in this position currently. And moving down, so I'm also the Vice President of the National Society of Black Engineers chapter here at UAPB, serving under Brianna Sparks, who is our incumbent president. Here we aim to increase the number of Black engineers in society, more specifically catering to the development of our students and our members here at UAPB. So I'm also a TMCF scholar, which is the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. And I am an engineering mentor with First Robotics of Arkansas. I currently serve as the senior engineering mentor for Team 7878, also known as Pine Bluff High School Robotics. So that's just a little bit more about my background for my resume. Okay, so here is a brief snapshot of what you can expect if I'm elected to remain in this position for the 2021-2022 academic year. So starting out, continuity via experience. So this is very important because after serving in my current incumbent first term, I've learned what it means to really be an effective vice president, not only with the STEM Academy, but with the National Society of Black Engineers, or NSBE for short. So I think having that continuity, having that experience can help me better prepare for future situations that I may or may not have been in. Moving ahead, so if I'm elected to remain in this position, there will be an increase in opportunities and development for our students. Our network is expanding and growing every day, and with that, there will be more opportunities in an abundant way for students of all majors underneath our incoming cabinet if selected. Next, you have unity among academy. So this is very important because we want to create this family-centric or family-oriented atmosphere that allows every student to feel welcome, that there's an increased sense of unison amongst students, regardless of major or other factors. And so that goes hand in hand with the next point of improved networking. It's really pushed right now, but this is something that we want to expand on to improve the network that we have, because there's no greater network than those that are here amongst you right now within the STEM Academy and within our university. Moving ahead, so as I mentioned to earlier, I'm very analytical. So with that, I find myself to be very results driven. So my approach to any situation is getting the most out of it. And so with that, with results being at the forefront of how we can produce tangibly, how much more opportunity can we get our students, whether it's academic, again, or professional, any metric that we can measure to improve our well-being, it's something that is at the forefront and definitely a priority for our students' development. And then lastly, transparency and organization. I think any vice president has to have these qualities to truly be an effective team player and also a leader. So being transparent within the operations, within our processes, I think this can work wonders to allow us to be the best team internally and also the best team to serve the academy. So this concludes the presentation, everybody. I truly hope you were able to learn a little bit more about myself and why I feel as though I'm an effective fit to remain your STEM vice president. This has been a Johnson & Johnson campaign video. Have a great day.